On a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably rate myself as a 9. I understood saving money, but I was not afraid of it.
6.5. My friends can be like, you're so paranoid because I can't go to brunch with you guys and spend $40 on a brunch.
An 8.5 through personal experiences of not doing well with it and just sucking at it. I decided to read a book and educate myself.
A 6. One of the typical millennials that, I just swipe my card and I'll check my bank statement later.
I'm about an 8. After I paid everything, I was still broke. I was in the negative and I was like, I can't do this.
0. I am completely terrible with money. I would just spend.
5 when I was raising my son and just wanted to make sure he had the things he wanted.
I'm a 10. I'm good with math. I'm a mathematician. I love money. You can't let nobody beat me out my money.
6, and my wife is more of a 9. Some credit card debt as I sort of try to catch up.
A 9 with me. I can save $1.
I think I'm a 10, but most times I feel like I'm a 5.
Transitioning into the pandemic was definitely difficult and scary. I work in the gig economy. Over the course of a single weekend, just like that, all of my professional prospects just turned into nothing.
We did have emergency savings, but needless to say, no one was thinking of 2 years.
You're young and you just paycheck to paycheck, but now I'm more conscious about putting money aside.
I got to work 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet.
I just work overtime or I do part-time at Whole Foods. I just take as many shifts as I can.
I don't think I was planning on going to grad school before. I'm in a lot of ways better, which is terrible to say considering how bad the last 2 years have been.
I'm definitely a more spontaneous person now than I was before.
I really liked having the extra money in my bank account. It's just, making those decisions well, do we really need to eat out tonight?
My biggest worry was the thing that I wasn't going to have enough to retire.
Being able to live a comfortable life to the end.
Not being able to provide for my family.
For me, it was student loans.
And we're looking at 10 years to pay them off. Kind of terrifying.
Healthcare becomes a major part. As I'm taking care of my grandmother, I see that.
We just have those talks about the retirement plans and your future goals and what you have to do to get to those goals.
To just be prepared mentally and financially to have a drought of work.
Because I'm self-employed. Nobody's planning for retirement for me.
I used to be in insurance, self-insurance, so I used to have a phrase, are you protected for the unexpected?
Before the pandemic, I was good with a month to 2 months rainy day. Now I try, if I can, keep it 3 to 6 months out.
And so it wasn't until I became a grandfather that I wanted to leave behind a legacy.
Well, I know I'll have a pension, but it's more so leaving enough for my children.
I have kind of a couple of buckets. One is my emergency fund, and then my home savings.
My financial future, if I compare it to water, it's like an ocean. The waves can kind of just fluctuate, but never anything so crazy to where I can't get in the water.
And I feel more calm, like a lazy river would be the best way.
Yeah.
It's not a tsunami, and it's not like a trickle of water from a faucet. It comes and it goes.
It should be smooth sailing.
I'd say there's for sure a tidal wave coming at me. Just coming out of school, having those loans hit.
Little waves. A little rocky, a little anxious.
There's always ebbs and flows.
A trickle in a desert. It's slowly become a groundswell, and I'm hoping someday to just have a steady stream. That's all I want, is a steady stream for the rest of my life.